The following thoughts on Happy Hour do not represent Cox Media Group or its sponsoring. Anything you hear may and will be used against you. Thank you. Voted as best local podcast in Tampa Bay by the Creative Loafing. You're listening to Happy Hour.
Are you feeling classy today? Sit down, pour a glass of wine, and listen to Happy Hour.
You're tuned in to Happy Hour, an hour where Happy rants about something. Sit back and listen in. Happy Hour is on now. Happy Hour is on now.
What up? What is happening? This is Happy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe. And on the phone line is a guy that I never really got to meet while I lived in Cleveland, but I'm a huge fan of. Comedian Joe Howard is on Happy Hour. What's up, dude?
I never met you, did I?
It was weird. I would hang out with Chad, I think, 3 times when I was allowed to. And it was one of those things where I met Hot Carl. I met the other guy that Jason hangs out with. But for some reason, in the small town of Cleveland, me and you never met, dude.
I can tell you what that is. And by the way, to all your listeners, Hoppy just listed off a bunch of hacky local Cleveland comedians. But the reason we never met is just because I am a socially retarded weirdo who stays at my house and drinks beer and only does stand-up when he absolutely feels like it. So that's why we never met, Hoppy.
Dude, me and you are no different. I just kind of force myself to go out and accept my social retardation, you know?
Yeah, dude, I want to talk to you about that. Because we've never met, but I follow you on everything because I heard you liked me. And anyone that likes me, I immediately love.
Oh, yeah.
So I started following you on social media. And you are a young man, and you moved to Tampa, which, by the way, I've done a lot of gigs in Florida. The girls in Florida are insane. And you're a tall fella. How tall are you?
I'm around 6'8".
You're fucking 6'8".
Right.
Jesus Christ.
I
know. Because I used to hang out. One of my best friends was 6'3", and I had a cousin that was 6'5".
Yeah.
And anytime we walked into a bar, every single girl would look at them. You should be in Tampa crushing ass, Hoppy.
I need to work on it, dude.
Ladies, what is going on? Talk to me about women. What are you doing in Florida? Are you getting ladies?
Dude, you're going to be so disappointed in me. I got more ass.
No, Hoppy. No, I'm not going to be disappointed. I'm going to coach you through this because I'm recently divorced and I've been slaying ass and I'm 5'9". So let's get.
Have you really been getting some poon lately?
Dude, you have no idea. I'm fantastic. I'm going to see Bill Burr tomorrow night with a girl that looks like the Baroness from G.I. Joe, which is fantastic. So listen to me. You're 6'9"?
6'8", whatever. I'm fucking tall.
6'8"?
Yeah, I'm tall.
You're as big as LeBron, and you're not crushing ass in Florida?
Dude, I got to figure it out, man. I just kind of like freeze in a moment, and I don't know what to say. Because the reason
You're
I
on
was...
the radio, stupid.
I know,
You're
but the reason...
radio.
The reason I was getting ass in Cleveland was because I was on the biggest show in that whole area. So it was like, oh, you're happy? Let's get a picture. Hey, let's go back to my place. But here, I actually have to earn it, which is more healthier because that means the girls would then like you and not go on the radio and put you on blast. So I got to learn how to do it myself.
Fuck all that shit. You need, listen, you're that big guy. When you walk into a bar, you don't feel girls look at you?
I feel wherever I walk. It could be a bar, it could be a grocery shop, or my house, dude.
People look at you because you're tall.
Oh, I don't think anyone's now looked at me because I'm tall. I think 5 times a day, Joe, I hear, you play basketball? How tall are you? What's the weather like? And they say it as if it's original, and I've never heard that in my 22 years on this planet. It gets so goddamn old, dude. Oh, my God.
I understand, Hoppy, but you got to flip it into a positive. Do girls ever come up and ask you those dumb questions?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? That's an in. Because guess what? No girl comes up to me, my 5'9" ass, and says anything to me. So that's an in for you. Any girl that comes up and says that dumb shit to you, you should be like, got to tell you, man, I'm a big fan of when you talk to girls, you got to shit on them a little bit. You got to give an attitude. You got to give a swagger.
Yeah.
This is something I learned from a comic. It was a road comic, and it was a great move. Whenever a girl would come up and talk to him, he'd go, "You have a funny accent. Where are you from?"
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So you have to
Doesn't matter
kind of
what they
talk
sounded
like you have to be like rude to them.
Doesn't matter what they sounded like. He would just be like, "You have a funny accent. Where are you from?" And they'd be like, "Oh my God, what do I sound like?" And it's like, really, she just sounds like any dumb bitch. But then you get to talking, man. You get the juices flowing. You know what I mean? You just start talking to girls. I need to help you, man. I don't know. I mean, you're that tall. You should be slaying it, especially in Florida.
And dude, I'm in decent shape. By no means am I ripped,
Absolutely.
but I'm in good shape.
Look, don't get sensitive. You got a goofy face.
Oh,
But,
I do
you
have a
know,
goofy face. Damn right I do.
You got a Peyton Manning sort of vibe about you that's a little weird.
Oh, I have well, this is the comparison that I am sick and tired of, and I've heard various shows say, but I wouldn't say I look just like the character from the Goonies, but I have sloth-like qualities to my face, which annoy me.
Hoppy,
Yeah.
do not disparage yourself in that way. That is ridiculous. Okay? Look at Sloth. That guy is fucked up. He's a retard. He's messed up. He's a mess. You're not a mess, huh, Hoppy? Listen, if I can give you some advice.
Yeah.
Okay? Do you care?
I'm
'Cause
listening.
I'm a 5'9" guy, and I'm telling you, and I don't want to sound like a dick, I'm crushing it since my divorce. All right? I got a girlfriend now, but listen, the ladies are around, and I'm a comic, okay? So that's how I meet people. It's cheating. But you're on the radio. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, dude. So, and you're tall, which is such an advantage. I can't even stress how much of an advantage that is, okay? So here's the deal.
Yeah.
Grow your hair out.
No, dude.
top.
When my hair is long,
Listen to me.
No.
Shut up. I'm a professor. I'm telling you. Listen to me. Grow the top out, okay? Keep the sides tight. Do a hard part. That's what they call it. They put like a hard part in your head, so
Yeah.
it looks like it's kind of like a Mad Men vibe. And just slick the hair back. All you got to do is get a round brush, okay? You get in the shower, you wash your hair, you jump out, you get a blow dryer. Do you have a blow dryer, Hoppy? I bet you don't.
I don't.
Get a fucking blow dryer, all right? Grow your hair longer. Get a round brush. Jump out the shower,
Yeah.
okay? Your hair's wet. Take the round brush, curl that front, blow that hair dryer on your hair for like literally 3-4 minutes, and then just hairspray it. You got a nice pompadour going, okay? Girls love that shit. You're not a guy that strikes me that can grow facial hair.
Oh, not at all. How could you figure that out, Joe?
I look at your picture, silly. So anyway, beards are hot right now. You can't do that. So you got to go with pompadour, okay?
I'm looking at it right now online. Dude, that look could definitely get some chicks intrigued without a doubt.
They love that. The beard or the pompadour?
The pompadour.
The pompadour fucking works wonders. I've been killing it for a while with the pompadour. I mean, listen, I'm telling you basically to look like me, but you're fucking 6'8". I mean, you got a leg up on me. You got 2 legs. You got fucking 4 feet on me.
Damn right I do.
Damn right. I mean, come on, man. Like, this is what you got to do. I mean, get that shit done. And then when you're out, and don't be shy. I know you're awkward and weird. You're one of these weird guys. I can tell. But it doesn't matter. You just strike up a conversation. It doesn't take much, dude.
Yeah. My thing is, it's cool to be weird and awkward, but you got to figure out how to, like, pull it in and not be weird and awkward. You know what I mean?
You got to be cool, too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be cool, too. Like, I'm weird and awkward. I'm socially. My problem is I run my mouth too much. I talk too much shit. I offend girls a lot. Like when I had a handlebar mustache, a girl came up and said, "Can I get a mustache ride?" And I said, "No, there's a weight limit." You can't be like that. But that's what I do. I mess that up all the time. But you got to be cool and just like, dude, you're tall. You're going to kill it. You're going to be and you're in Florida. That's the thing.
Yeah,
That's the
dude.
thing that bothers me. I spend a lot of time in Florida.
I saw maybe 7 hot girls in Cleveland that were classy. I'm not ripping on the city whatsoever, but all the girls were not out at the bars. They were all probably out with their boyfriends. Every classy girl in Cleveland is taken. There are so many great-looking women in Florida that are probably single, dude. It's unreal.
Dude, I've done the Fort Lauderdale Hard Rock Improv.
Oh, my Lord, yeah.
I've done all that shit. I've seen it. It's shooting fish in a barrel, man. And you being tall, like, it just drives me crazy that you're not crushing it. And that's the only reason I wanted to do this interview was to yell at you and tell you how to get this done. Grow that hair out, get that shit going, and then just, it doesn't take a lot of personality. If you're awkward, you can be the strong, silent type because you're big. You know what I mean? You can be that guy that's like brooding, sexy dude. You know what I'm saying? Don't beat yourself up and be like, oh, I'm a loser and I'm this and that.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're a fucking tall dude. And by the way, not for nothing, I used to work in a nursing home. Guess what you don't see? You don't see a lot of old, tall guys. You guys die young, so you got to get it in now.
Dude, how did you basically break down my life? How could you figure it out if we've never met? That was weird.
Because I'm brilliant, and I just see you on social media, and I analyze people. That's what I do.
So would you, like, look at a pic of me, like, with a celebrity or whatever down here, and you just kind of would look at it, and you were able to, like, read my life just from my pose or whatever?
Yes.
How? Like, what was the first thing when you would see a picture? Like, let's say it was the one when I met Gilbert Gottfried 2 weeks ago. Let's say you're looking at or something.
God damn you, Hoppy. I was going to bring that up. The picture of you with Gilbert Gottfried is the one that got me crazy.
Why?
This kid is a fucking stud. Gilbert Gottfried's the most awkward person in the world, and you seem to look more awkward than him, which is unbelievable. I've worked with Gilbert. I've opened for him before. He's the weirdest, fucking most awkward dude ever. And in that photo, you looked more awkward than him, and it bothered me.
Dude, I was so tired and nervous. I was in a weird mood. It was like 7 a.m, and I took the pic. And I looked at it once it was over with, and I'm like, God damn it. I'm looking the other way. Gilbert looks half into the picture. It's the millionth picture he's taken in his life. I mean nothing to him. And I felt the same way. I'm like, yeah, I'll post this online. Yeah, I just met a legend. But how did I make myself look more goofier than Gilbert goddamn Gottfried, you know?
I tried to introduce him to my parents.
Yeah.
It was single-handed. My parents came to the show and saw me open for Gilbert at Hilarities in Cleveland. And I introduced him to my parents. It's the single most awkward thing that's ever happened in my life. And I just laughed. I had tears coming down my eyes, how weird it was. He was just like, hello. Oh. And then he just ran away. And he stole waters and napkins from the green room because he's a cheap Jew. Just very strange guy. And you looked more awkward in that photo with him. It's so funny you brought that up because that was the photo that caused this whole rant.
Well, I'm looking at it right now. I just look half into it. It's just a weird pic because he looks more normal. I don't get it.
And you're 4 feet taller than him.
Yeah, right. He looks like a little baby next to me.
It looks like you could cradle him almost like a baby.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, dude.
My eyes are like half open. I don't get it because I never smile like that. I don't know if I was like nervous, but I'm like not looking at the same angle that he's looking at. He's looking right at the camera. I'm looking at the door behind the camera or something. It's the most bizarre pose. I'm going to tweet this out.
See, if you're analyzing a photo of Gilbert Gottfried this much, I can't imagine what it's like when you talk to a girl. You must be so intense and so weirded out.
Well, the problem when I talk to a girl is I'm already thinking about what I want to ask them next. I'm not like living in the moment. That's my problem when I'm talking to girls. I'm like, I'm going to ask them what their life was like. I'm going to ask them what they do for a living. I don't really have a conversation. That's one of my go-to issues when it comes to talking to women. Then I run out of things to say. Then I always look at their boobs. I'm not very smooth.
Okay, Ryan, I want to give you another tip.
Yeah.
That I've seen other comics do, which works tremendously.
Go on.
Girls enjoy someone who pays attention to them. So you're a radio guy, okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're a radio guy. You're interviewing me right now.
Yeah.
I know I kind of take over because I'm a loudmouth, but a thing to do with girls that's great is just interview them. Just go, so where you from? Oh, yeah? Do you go to school? Oh, no, you don't go to school? Oh, so you have a job? So where you work? Just ask them questions. Just ask 10 rapid-fire questions. And then they immediately go, oh, this guy fucking cares about what's going on with me. He's asking, just ask just be like, oh, yeah, where are you staying at right now? Oh, yeah. Oh, I live over here. You live there? Oh, okay. Do you drive to work? Oh, do you take the tram? What do you do? Like, blah, blah. Just interview. Questions. Just tons of questions. I've seen it. 20 questions to a girl. She's like, oh, my God. This guy is interested in me because he's asking me all this stuff about my life. That's a very good tactic, and I've seen it work many, many times with guys. So that's advice, man.
I think one of my things is I just got to believe in myself and go in and kill it. Like, whenever I see a hot chick, I'll go, oh, she's out of my league, or I'll go, oh, yeah, I'm going to mess that. I got to just go in there and kill it.
She's not, dude. Let me tell you something. You're fucking 6'8". Any girl is going to think you got a huge piece. You're in immediately.
Yeah, date.
I'm 5'9", dude.
Yeah.
They don't expect me to have anything, and I don't. So, I mean, I'm painfully average. But they see you, there's that whole thing. It's biology. You know what I mean? They're looking at you like, oh, this guy, good fucking baby maker right here. This guy will make some babies. It's biology, man. It's physics. It's the whole thing. I know you wanted to talk about comedy or radio. I don't care about that. I just want you to get laid.
Who's the craziest broad you've ever hooked up with?
Oh, dude. Okay. So, I married my high school sweetheart right out of high school.
Are you
I was
serious?
with her. Yeah. First girl I ever had sex with. Married her. Was with her for about 19 years. Had a kid with her. My kid's almost 5. She took off about a year and a half ago. I don't want to say too much. Wasn't my idea. Took off. So I'm single. Okay?
Yeah.
Well, I decide, okay, I'm single and I'm separated. And it's been a long drought. It's been a couple months. I hadn't had anything. So I reached out on Facebook to this stripper who was a fan of mine and Florentine's. She would come every year. She would come to the Improv and watch me and Florentine. And then more than one time, I went over to the strip club and watched her dance. And she was this tattooed animal with pink hair. And so when I got divorced, I just sent her a message. And I said, hey, this is what I said, and it's pretty smooth. I said, I always vowed if I ever got single, you'd be the first girl I'd holler at. If you're with somebody, I apologize, but if you'd like to grab a beer, that would be cool. And she wrote me back, and she was like, yeah, I'm off today. Let's get a beer. Where you at? By the way, I like your taste in women. And I immediately started going out with this girl. We tattooed, like, pentagram tattoo above her vagina, tattooed legs. I mean, just completely tattooed, just crazy. Pierced in the vagina twice, pierced nipples, just crazy. And, yeah, it was nuts, dude. It was nuts. It went on forever. It went on for too long, probably. I should have jumped out after 2 months, but it was probably like 3 because it was amazing. She'd come over here with like outfits. I mean, it was. I don't want to. I sound like I'm bragging, but it was just.
Was she a freak?
It was filthy. It was filthy. After being such a good guy for so many years, it was just filth.
Was she a freak in the bedroom or what?
Dude, you have no idea. Please.
Whips and chains?
Oh, whips and chains, nothing. Ass eating, everything. Forget it. Crazy.
Was it like a real life porno or what?
Yeah, it was straight up porno. Straight porno. I have enough videos on my phone, and I have enough photos. I'll send you a photo. No, I don't know if I can do that, because then you'll put it up somewhere, and you weirdo.
Get the hell out of here. I've been exploited before on the radio. I know how it feels. I wouldn't send it to anybody.
All right, no. I mean, I have stuff. It's pretty bananas. It was crazy. But, you know, you have to break up with a girl when you're talking to somebody at a bar and they go, "Oh, you're dating her? Oh, shit, no one dates her. Are you serious? I saw her get fisted at a party before." And you're like, "Oh, what am I doing?"
Were you wearing protection?
No, I have a vasectomy.
That doesn't mean anything.
Look, man.
Why am I giving you love advice? Jesus Christ.
You're not. You're 6'8". You're going to die soon, and I'm 41, and I'm going to die too. So what do I care about protection? Who cares?
But because of this broad, you don't want to have, like, the gift that keeps on giving. I mean.
Look, man, look, truth be told, I wore condoms like the first 2 times. And then she was like, "I'm getting a pap smear. I'm thinking about, since you have a vasectomy, I'll just get a checkup." And I was like, "All right, get the checkup." She got the checkup. She brought me back the paperwork. I saw she was clean. So then.
See, that's how you do it. You can't just go in and not make sure you're clean, especially if she's had a fist in there, dude. You got to be careful, man.
No. I mean, I did wear a condom the first 2 times. But she knew the gift that I had, too. She knew I had a vasectomy. So she was like, "Condoms stink. Girls don't like them either." So she was like, "Oh, this guy's got a vasectomy. I should get checked out. And if I'm clean, then we're good." And then that's what it was. But the second I broke up with her, I went and got tested again. And I was clean, though. So thank God. And, yeah, man, just, I don't know.
Would she take things?
I think a lot of STD stuff is a myth, because I know a lot of scumbags, and I don't know anybody that really has anything that they're admitting to, but a lot of guys don't wear anything and they skate. And listen, and then I dated this girl that was banging a bunch of Dominican baseball players, and I skated on that one too. I didn't do a test with that one. I didn't know she was banging those Dominican Major League Baseball players until afterwards. And then afterwards I was like, "Oh, fuck." She started telling me some names and I freaked out. They were like Dominican baseball players that are famous, and I was like, "Shit." So I went and got tested again. By the way, I've been divorced a year.
And you've done this much in a year, dude. You are pulling in some women, dude.
Listen, like you said, we never met because I sit at my house. I'm not a playboy. I don't go out. I don't do all that stuff. I do stand-up, and that helps, and social media helps. Girls are like, "Oh, so you're at the show. You were great," blah, blah. And then you just talk to them. And then my girlfriend now, she was a fan of mine too from like 2010 or something. And I saw her after a show at the Funny Stop, and we hooked up. And she's actually really cool. Like I said, she looks like the Baroness from G.I. Joe. I couldn't find anything wrong with her. So, like, we've actually been like, she's been hanging out in my house all the time. And yeah, man, I mean, you got to work what you have. And what I worked is like stand up, and you're on the radio, and you're a tall guy, and you should be getting some ass. There's no way I should be crushing more ass than you. I sound like I'm bragging. I don't want anyone to think I'm bragging. I'm telling the truth. I'm a comic. I talk about my life. I'll just tell you what's going on. I mean,
you're being a mentor. You're taking me under your wing.
Yeah, because you're a young guy. I'm 41 years old, man. It's over for me.
Dude, I think about it. Because, like, I'll be at my apartment after work, and I'm so bored, and I'm like, why am I watching Boardwalk Empire on a Saturday? Why am I not getting laid? That's what I think about. Now, that might make me a horny dude. I'm just saying. Or, like, you work out at the gym, and you're just like, these results are cool for me, but no girls are seeing it. Does that sound weird, or does that make any sense whatsoever?
That makes perfect sense. And the other thing is the gym should be your bar. You should be hitting on chicks at the gym.
Oh, my God, dude. Yoga pants, that is my thing. There are so many girls with yoga pants. Oh, Florida. My Lord, dude.
Yeah, Florida. Yes. What are you doing?
Dude, the coffee shop. I went on a date on Sunday with this girl. Dude, there were so many women at the coffee shop. I think that's the place to pick up girls, is the coffee shop. Oh, my goodness. They like coffee, dude.
I like coffee. I understand. You're right. But, okay, look, you're talking to the guy who got single and then went out on the road with Jim Florentine. Jim Florentine pulls that metal show people, Howard Stern people. It's all 40-year-old couples wearing Motorhead T-shirts. I couldn't get laid on the road to save my life because of Florentine.
Does he pull in a lot of ass?
Florentine is single now, and, it's the same deal. He's working it, but it's the same deal. The people that come he wasn't on Chelsea lately, you know what I'm saying? So there's not a lot of single girls that come to the shows. It's a bunch of couples. So it's weird, but he's like me, he's out there and he's working it and he's doing his thing. I mean, you got to do your thing though, Hoppy. That's what I'm worried about. I want you out there.
I should have you on like FaceTime and you just give me like a play-by-play and it's like a vision thing where you can see who I'm walking towards. Sort of like in like a Mission Impossible movie. You give me like play-by-play.
I got to tell you, man, I think you just got to change that approach, man. I think because what do you do if you go? Like, do you go to bars? Dude. Do you go out? What do? You don't do anything.
No, well,
you're like me. You're weird.
No, well, I am weird. I'm very, very weird. But the thing is, I work 2 jobs, so I have friends in town, but they're across the bridge. So once they're all out, it's like midnight when I'm getting out of my pizza job on Friday and Saturdays. So I'll go out sometimes. But like last weekend when I went out with them, I was the 5th wheel because they thought more people would come. So that was kind of weird. So then I just got drunk to relieve the anxiety there. That was kind of weird.
Doesn't make you a bad person. I've been there.
Do you know what I mean? Well, like where they think more people are going to come. And you're not mad that there's just 2 girls. I mean, you're happy that you're with your bros. But at the same time, you're like, okay, I'm going to get 2 shots of Fireball. And I'm taking an Uber home because this is kind of weird.
Yeah, I've been there on that. I mean... But you just, where were you guys at? You were at a bar, though.
We were in downtown St. Pete. It's sort of like Lakewood, if you're from Cleveland, where it's just like, it's sort of like around the corner, but it's on roids where there's like 10 of them.
Yeah, Hoppy, put the Fireball down. Just start talking to girls.
I should have, yes, I should have done that.
You got 2 jobs, right? You got a little bit of cash? Whatever. Instead of buying 2 Fireballs, why don't you buy 1 for you and 1 for a lady? That goes a long way too.
You're right.
Buying a drink for a lady. Sometimes you're going to get fucking stiffed, and the girl's going to be a cunt, and it's going to be terrible. You know what I mean? But if you buy her a drink, then she's like, "Oh, hey, thanks," and then you get something going. And like I said, just start interviewing her. Just go. So where you live? Oh, I just moved here from Cleveland. I'm originally from Chicago. You can blab all that bullshit to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just be like, yeah. Oh, you live there? Oh, where'd you go to school? Oh, okay. Yeah, interesting. You know what, dude? That's the move. Buy them a drink and then lay that shit on them. I'm right?
Damn right, man.
Seriously, I'm 41 years old. I know. I mean, but I'm weird because I married my high school sweetheart, and I was out of the game for a long time.
Well, you pulled in that freak in the bedroom, so you did something right there.
Yeah, and the girl I'm with now is pretty fantastic too. And then I dated some other girls, and it just seemed to work out. You just got to play to your strengths. But
Yeah.
you being tall, that's what frustrated me, because I had a cousin that was 6'5", and that motherfucker, he looked like Morrissey, but he was tall, and you just walk into any bar,
Yeah.
and girls would lose their fucking mind.
Here's what I think.
What does Morrissey have, Hoppy? He has a pompadour.
Here's what I think my thing is. I don't think I realize how tall I am. Like, there's times I'll go grocery shopping and you see some dude who's like 6'11", and I'm looking up to him, and I'm like, that's how everyone looks at me. So I think I have to embrace the fact that I'm weird, I'm goofy, and I'm tall, but realize that everyone does see me. Walk into that bar, go up to that hot girl, buy her a drink, and then get her number. I got to begin embracing that I'm tall and not
Listen to me, dude. Listen to me, son.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Listen to me. I saw Zildjiūnas Ilgauskas in a strip club one time.
Are you serious?
Believe me, you command attention the second you walk into anywhere. And these bitches, these Kardashian dumb girls nowadays, they think you're an NBA player.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
going to be all over you. Just come up and just spit some weird game. Just be weird. Just be, you know what I mean? Just be vague about what you do and just be like, and interview them. Like I said, they're going to look at you and they're going to be like, this guy has to do something because he's fucking huge.
Good point, man. You've changed the way I look at everything. I got to get into some action mode, dude. I can't keep sitting around because I've been thinking about it, dude. I'm like, well, I'll find that girl. Well, my time will come. Well, then I turned 18 and I graduated high school. Well, then I dropped out of community college and then I went to a radio school. Then I said, once I get the radio job, then I'll get laid. Then I moved to Cleveland, and I do get laid, but it's because they're fangirls. So then I leave the show, and then I don't get laid, and I haven't been laid since. So it's one of those things where I'm almost in a rut, where it's like every time I wasn't getting laid, I was like, oh, but once this happens, then I'll get laid. But now I'm like, oh, I actually have to earn it, and I have to get it done soon.
Listen to me, Hoppy. You're in fucking Florida, okay? I went to Florida in 1993. Okay?
Yeah.
I was a young man. I was a pipsqueak. I didn't know anything. Okay? I was with my girlfriend. I went with my two cousins. They're both 6'1", 6'3", by the way. They helped out a lot.
Yeah.
We had girls come over and go swimming in his mom's pool. They wore thongs. This was 1993 before Cisco even did the thong song. That's how crazy Florida is, sir.
Dude, Florida's bat crap crazy, dude. My neighbors last night were smoking weed while blaring Like a Virgin by Madonna. And then after that, they played Come On Eileen. It was one of the weirdest things at 1 a.m, and their dog was barking. And I've called the cops twice on them. Both times, once the cops come, then they shut up. But now I think they're in revenge mode. Because last night, I heard Come On Eileen like I was at a live concert, dude. It was so aggravating.
Hoppy.
Yeah.
Hoppy, you shouldn't be at your apartment listening to that shit. You should be out at the clubs crushing ass.
I know.
You're pissing me off.
Or
You're pissing me off saying this shit.
Or here's this thing. Think about it this way. I should be doing something at my apartment where I'm making my own noise and I'm not hearing the other noise, if that makes sense in a clean way.
What about Netflix and chill? Huh? What about that? You got Netflix?
Oh, I got this one for you. Shut up. I got this. So there's this girl who's a fan of 102.5 The Bone. She's my age. And she's like, I feel bad how they treat you on air, this and that. We were a match on Tinder. No, listen. Let me talk.
Okay. All right. I talk a lot. I'm sorry. Go on.
I'm just kidding. We're talking online. It's going good. So then we were going to do this like speed date thing on the Mike Kelta show, but no girls signed up. So then she said, if there's no speed date girls, talk to me next week. And this is after we're talking, and she's like, I don't like how they treat you, this and that, even though it's a joke. So I messaged her this week. I'm like, what's up? And I say her name. And she's like, how's it going? I'm like, so what are you up to? She's like, I'm out with the girls. And I'm like, what are you doing? Drinking right now? And she's like, no, I'm just hanging out. So I dropped the line, is it Netflix and chill? Because I'm trying to fit in and be cool. No, listen. So then, here, let me pull it up on my phone.
You should have been like, what bar are you at?
No, they weren't out drinking, she said. She said they were just relaxing. So then here's what I said.
At somebody's house or at a bar?
At somebody's house.
Well, you could always just be like...
So here's what the girl said. You ready?
Okay.
And like I usually say, I never swear on my podcast, but I have to in this concept. No, dude, you got the wrong fucking idea. I have a boyfriend, so you pretty much got me fucked up. Get out of my inbox, bitch. Please, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you and goodbye, you dirty dick, Essing reject. Boy, did it escalate. I'm just saying, what are you doing? Are you watching Netflix? And then I'm called a dirty D-sucking reject. I don't know how that happened. Is that just women in general? What the hell is that?
Well, that girl has a boyfriend. Move on.
Well, I know that.
You should be out. You should be out working some shit. And how's your place? Is your place okay? I know you got shitty neighbors, but is your place all right?
Yeah, it's small. Small.
Yeah. Well, the move is, you get the, like I said, you do the interview thing.
Yeah.
You get some contact going. You drop a number on a girl, and then a couple days later, you go, "Hey, I got Netflix. I got pizza. You want to come over and just hang out?" You can do that.
Dude, my
totally
place.
do that.
God, I'm not really helping out my cause as a bachelor, but my place is pretty. I just have a bed and then a chair. Like, it's a lot more small than the one I had in Cleveland. Like, I know that's not helping my cause. It's like
dude. Yeah, you got to get a nice place because that's where I give bad advice because I'm still living in my married guy house. My ex-wife made a bunch of money, and but I kept the house, and the house is way too nice for me. And whenever I'd bring girls over, they would always be impressed. And the panties would hit the floor pretty quickly. But if you can't do that, then you got to work them out at the club and just drop a number on a girl. And like I said, vague and interview them. Interview is a great tactic that I've seen work time and time again. So you have to do that. And then drop a number on them. Let them know you work in radio, too. Let them know.
Really? Name drop?
Yes. Dude, we're not – listen, there's no morality here. There's no kindness.
There's no class.
I listen, if I meet a girl, okay, and I did. I pulled a girl at a bar one night, and I immediately told her, I'm doing a spot on Sunday. Come down and see me. And they come in, and it's show business, and they like it, and they're like freaked. They love that alpha male shit. You're on the radio. I do stand-up. They love that shit. You just drop it on them, man. They want an interesting guy. They don't want some accountant that works in a cubicle. They love a guy that's involved in some cool shit. Me and you do cool shit, so you fucking drop that shit on them. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, why can't you be like 22 years old and live in St. Pete, dude? You would be helping me pulling so much ass, man.
Me and you'd be running trains. We'd be doing Eiffel Towers. It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy.
Dude, I'm not about that life. I don't know if you can operate an Eiffel Tower, but
No, I don't like that either. I don't even watch that porn where two guys and one girl. I don't even
There's
watch
that
that.
one type of porn.
I can't deal with that.
Where there's two letters for it. That is when I'm like, oh my God, this is kind of borderline gay.
By the way, am I blowing up your spot because I'm so filthy? I'm sorry if I am.
No, I'll just put the explicit thing on here. This isn't going on the radio.
What you're saying. I know what you're saying. You're talking about DP stuff. I would never do that. That's disgusting. I would never do that.
Or how about in porn when they goddamn zoom in on the balls? It's like, does anybody want to see this? Stop. And you have to grab the cursor and scroll forward. And then you have the movie directors. Oh, yeah, keep it going, Cagney and Carter. It's like, shut your mouth. No one's paying you, dude.
What about in porn when they show the guy
Oh yeah.
It looks like he's just moving furniture. It doesn't look like he's having sex. It looks like he's moving furniture. And it's like, I don't want to see this. Show the girl, please.
And he has his eyes closed like some old guy trying to read the newspaper.
I don't want to see that guy. No, I don't want to see him. Show the girl, please. Yeah, no. That's disgusting.
I'm not a big fan of the acting either. I know some people like that. I just get to the point. I don't need to know.
Me too.
That Mrs. Susie is mad at the pizza delivery boy.
No.
I don't care.
No. So what is your history? Do you got a lot of ladies like?
You want to hear how I lost my V card? Are you ready?
Yeah, let me hear it.
When I tried out for Rovers Morning Glory back in November, there was a fan.
That was your virginity? I'm just saying, it's only been like a year or two. You are a young fella.
Yeah. So
I probably unleashed too much knowledge on you. I'm an old man, dude.
Oh yeah. So here's what happened. There was this fan of Rover who lived in Chicago. So the day that I tried out and I drove back, she messages me. She's 49 years old and she had the house to herself. And I'm thinking,
this is your virginity, a 49-year-old lady?
Yeah, 49-year-old MILF. She lived right next to the airport.
Oh, my God. Brook Park Road? Oh, no.
No, this is in Chicago, not Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
She was a fan of Rover from Chicago. So once I drove back, I've been up for 18 hours. I couldn't finish. She finished, but I wasn't able to focus because I was up for like 20 hours and I was tired. But she finished, so that was kind of a confidence boost. But yes, I didn't lose it at a party with a bunch of hot girls. No. I lost it to a 49-year-old talk radio fan. That's how I lost my V card. Not to a girl my age. I lost it to a girl that's almost a half a century old. That's how I lost my V card. And then I also got laid on St. Valentine's Day because of the show. They had a speed date. So I got laid there. Then I got laid on St. Patty's Day. And I've been on a dry spell since St. Patty's Day.
Well, I'm proud to say that Cleveland was good to you. And thank God for all the Cleveland sluts. But it seems like they're all old.
I know, because it's talk radio.
You're in Florida.
I know.
Young girls. Like I told you, 1992, girl in a thong. Before Cisco's thong song. Come on, man. Florida girls, easy. You can work this out, dude.
You inspired me and pumped me up, dude. Now I just want to go out to the bars and just do some Eiffel Towers. Too. I'm kidding.
Here's the deal. Don't get too drunk. Just be chill. Just chill out. Like I said, you have the advantage. You're a tall dude. You got this shit. I can't even fathom you being in Florida on a radio show and not getting laid. Come on, man.
Yeah, dude, I got to get my act together, dude. Because when you get too drunk, that's when everything doesn't operate to the fullest.
I've ruined many threesomes with that. You know?
Dude, you pulling ass, dude. Oh, my God.
What's that?
I said you get laid all the time if you're bringing in threesomes. My goodness.
No, I told you I've only been divorced about a year. But yeah,
the fact that you've had a threesome, that's like the holy grail of life.
No, I have not. No. I have not. I've not had one. I've not.
You were closer than most guys, dude.
I got too drunk though, and I ruined it. Those are very hard to negotiate. Those threesomes. They're very hard to negotiate.
I feel like it'd be
You don't even
easier.
need to be thinking about that right now, Hoppe.
Yeah.
You don't even need to be thinking about that.
Ah, man, dude, you're leaving me speechless and you gave me hope.
Hoppe, I gave you advice. I'm a 41-year-old guy. I'm twice your age. I know what I'm talking about. I don't really, because I really haven't been in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was married a long time. I was a real, sitcom dad with and my wife left, and it was the only girl I had sex with. So I had to get out there. But I was a comedian, so it helped. So, I've been watching single comedians for years, guys I opened with. I mean, like famous guys, people and like other people. And they give me these little tips, or I just pick up on it just by watching them. after a show and just like how you talk to ladies. And what I can tell you is none of those guys are 6'8". You have an advantage. And like I said, you're going to die in your 40s. So you better get busy.
Thank you for making me so happy right now, dude. I'll be in the Guinness Book of World Records. Youngest goofy-ass virgin to die. Fucking 37 years old.
I'm sorry, man.
It's all good. I want to ask you this.
Okay, go ahead.
It's very off topic, but I've been wanting to get to this.
That's fine.
What's the vibe of Cleveland? Because I moved there. My mom's from Lyndhurst. So I knew that the city isn't the happiest. I enjoyed my time in Cleveland. But the people who haven't been to Cleveland, how would you break down the vibe of the city? Because I'm unable to, and I lived there for a half a year. I love the city. It was cool, but it leaves me perplexed, if that makes any sense.
Well, what was your vibe? Like, what were you doing? Were you going to cool places? Where were you living?
I was going to the
Lakewood?
bars. I lived in Lake off of Detroit Avenue by around the corner, Harry Buffalo, so I went to that scene.
Okay, so you're in there. You should have been in a good spot, but I think you just fucking blew it.
And there were no girls, dude. When you'd go to like around the corner, which is like the hot spot bar for people who aren't in Lakewood, there's like 5 girls, but then the ratio was like 30 dudes on each girl. And then you would get recognized. Sure. Oh, you're Hoppe from Rover's Morning Glory. So then all the dudes come to you, and you're like, oh, my God, can there be a hot girl that's a fan that wants a selfie?
You dumb fuck. You were in there. What you had to do is ditch those fucking guys. I've been working with comics, and, like, you know, all the guys want to come up to me and Florentine and talk about Iron Maiden for 3 hours. You ditch those fucking guys. And talk to the girls.
I'm an idiot, dude. I blew it.
I know.
But I think the reputation that the exploitation.
Listen to me.
No, listen.
Listen to me, Hoppe. Those girls saw those guys come up to you, and they think to themselves, that guy must be somebody. Well, you got to break away from those guys and talk to the girls.
Dude, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, dude. Come on. Am I blowing your mind right now, telling you this?
I could have brought in so much ass. I had a nice apartment back then. I could have been bringing girls. Dude, I tried so hard in Cleveland, man. I mean, I did all right. And what's funny is, whatever. One of the girls that I really liked, now she'll blow up my spot on the radio. I'm like, oh, my God. Like, can I catch a break in life? But it's free PR, I guess.
But, I mean, come on, man. You're in Florida. Listen to me. You're in Florida. Like I said, girls were wearing thongs before the thong song. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Like, there's shit going down, okay? You're on the radio. The fucking Calta show is a big show. I know this. I know everything about radio. By the way, I love that we haven't even talked about that. But
there's no reason to. This was great.
Oh, okay. Oh, thanks. I like coaching you. This is what I wanted this interview to be.
Who cares about who influenced you or where you grew up or your favorite sets? Yeah. Who gives a fuck? This is better.
How did you start comedy? Like, no one cares. That's dumb. Who gives
How
a
do you
fuck?
deal with hecklers? Yuck.
Yeah, none of that. Hoppe, you're going to be a good radio guy. I love that. That's fantastic. No, it's, look, man, you got to get out there. And, you know, I've pretty much given you the whole thing. I mean, I don't see, like, so does the Bone have, do they have, like, nights where you show up and stuff?
I'm a part of the promotions team, so me and the team will go out to, like, Tampa Bay Lightning games or Mickey D's and promote the chicken sandwich. And people will come up and recognize me, but it's a team effort where I'm with the team.
Yeah, it's different than what I do because I'm on stage, I'm the guy. Everyone's like, oh, you know, yeah, that's different.
You're so funny, Joe Howard. Can I blow you like that?
Sure, thank you. No, not really. No, they don't. No, it's not like that. But it's like they want to see what I'm about. Like sometimes I can get a conversation going, you know. Like I said, I have a girlfriend
Yeah.
now, but I mean,
How does Chad Zumach do with the ladies?
he's very secretive, but he seems to do well. And he's one of the guys that I've seen use the interview process, and it works out fantastic for him.
One time when
You know
I
what I mean?
took this girl out, he interviewed the girl for me, and he helped me out. He knew what he was doing.
See, that's the move. See, the interview technique is underrated. I think it works tremendously. I've seen it. I have Chad's one guy, and then, I know another guy that used to do it. And it was, because girls, listen, they're very shallow. They want attention. And if you start interviewing them, they like that. And it turns them on in a weird way. They're like, oh, my God, this guy cares about me. Oh, I know I'm being a dick right now, but it's true. It works. So the interview process, and I know you're Hoppy. You know what makes me laugh so hard? I know you're going to try this out this weekend. I know you're going to interview some girl.
What up? What is happening? This is Hoppy at the bar. What's your name?
That's not. No, you don't have to do.
I was kidding. I wasn't being serious.
You don't have to do intros and outros. Just.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Yeah, when she says something dumb, like when she says something really stupid, just be like, all right, we're going to take a break and regroup. We'll be right back.
Hang on.
No, don't do that. And I'm telling you, here's the questions. Where you from? Where you live? What are you doing? Where do you work? Do you go to school?
Yeah.
The go to school one's really great because you open with that one almost. You just go, oh, so where do you go to school? And if they're like, oh, I don't go to school,
Yeah.
I fucking work at Bennigan's, and you're like, oh, shit, I've been there. It's really good. Oh, shit, so how long you been there? That's what you do.
Yeah.
So how long you been there? You don't give a fuck. You don't care. You just ask because you're asking. You know? You don't care. You just ask.
Dude, you could write a best-selling book about getting goofy, awkward guys some poon. My goodness.
You're a rare case, though. Listen, I couldn't take a 5'8" guy who works at fucking BW3s. I couldn't take him and get him laid. I couldn't. But a 6'8" guy that works on a radio station? Please.
That's in decent shape. I know I have the face of like a baby, but I mean, I'm not fat.
I told you what to do with the hair, and as gay as that sounds, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Girls respect good hair. Oh, and listen to this, Hoppy. Good shoes. Make sure your shoes are on point. Don't fuck around. Make sure your shoes are cool. Jeans, T-shirt, that's fine. Make sure your shoes and your hair are on point. That's how I roll. It works. Girls pay attention to hair and shoes.
Yes, they are very good at paying attention. I get that vibe.
Yes, they pay attention to those two things. They look you up and down. You're 6'8". They think you got a loaf down there, which you probably do. So you're in. Easy. Slam dunk, Hoppy. God damn it.
You've left
all I
me
gotta say.
speechless. I'm never a guy that has ever left speechless, but you have left me speechless, Joe Howard.
Hoppy, I wish we would have hung out. It's just, you know what, man? When you were in town, I think I was just going through my divorce. I was getting drunk and going on stage and being a maniac, and I was dating that crazy stripper, and I just, I go on the road, I do my stand-up, I do my stuff. Oh, can I plug some shit? Well, I don't have any gigs per se. I have some emails out where I'm supposed to be getting booked. But definitely you can go to iTunes and get my CD called Gentleman, and which is great. The first track is called LeBron James' Mom is a Slut. So you can check that out. Download my iTunes CD. Joe Howard, Gentleman. You can also catch me on Periscope and Twitter at Ghetto Joe Howard. I do Periscopes all the time from my big house. It's kind of ridiculous. And I use a selfie stick, which is hilarious. So you can do that. And, yeah, Ghetto Joe Howard on Instagram, Twitter. I don't know, Facebook. I think I'm just Joe Howard. Whatever.
How honored are you to be on an award-winning, riveting podcast?
I was so happy when I saw you won the award. And I'm just blessed. Honestly, I just looked at your photos and I just wanted to give you advice. You're a young man. You're a guy that really gives me a twinkle in my eye because I can see you're motivated. You want to take over the radio industry even though it's dying. And you want to be a man that does interviews and gets shit done. And I love it. I love somebody who's trying to follow their dream, which is something I did. And it's just something I really respect and honor, Hoppy, even though I never met you. I just heard you liked me.
Yeah, dude, I was a big fan of you in town. I just never had time to go to the shows because I had to get up at 5 in the morning. But I've always been a fan of, like, your work, you, Chad. I mean, I was just a big fan of the Cleveland comedy scene, so this has been a pretty fun segment.
There's a lot of great guys in Cleveland. I know none of your listeners probably care, but, like, Mike Polk. Just go on YouTube and look up Mike Polk and check out Man in the Box. I'm in some of those episodes. Like, go look up Mike Polk and Chad Zumach and Joe Howard, Bill Squire, Ryan Dalton. Check out these guys. Look them up on YouTube. And there's great comics in the city. We have great open mics. We have great shows. I'm going to see Bill Burr tomorrow with my girl. And I've known Bill since George Bush was president. And he's fucking amazing. And I'm going to hang out and hopefully have some whiskeys with him. He's a great guy. So check out Bill Burr came through Hilarities like way back in the day when we were first starting. And we all knew like, holy shit. And then, of course, he blew up. We all predicted it because the comedy scene here is good. We know comedy here in Cleveland. That's good. And if you ever come to Cleveland, just hit up any comedy show. Even if it's an open mic, it's going to be good. There's good guys here.
This has been Happy Hour. Joe, how honored were you? Like, how much fun was this on a scale of 1 to 10?
It was a 10. I hope I helped you. And I swear to God, you have my phone number. Please text me when you get laid from some of my advice. I want this to happen, Hoppy. You're in Florida.
Forgive my friends. You will be the first dude I let know.
Please.
Joe Howard.
Please.
Right. Peace out, dude.
All right, bro. Take it easy.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
This is an official broadcast of Hoppe Radio. For more info, check out hoppyradio.com and hoppysworld.com.